Guys, what's going on? It's CT, and it is 3:06 a.m. Eastern Time. Uh, so far, I I just wanted to share some of my thoughts at this point. I already know of the the PS3 thing. It's going down sometime in January of next year. You know, January 2018. Um, I think it's the 18th or something. I don't know. Anyways, my my thing is, so far, well, this artifacts thing came out, and um, I don't know if I did a good enough video, sharing my thoughts, a little bit of it, but I was on my brother's tune, CTC Water Blue. He's someone I was, he's a tune that I was um, putting a little bit more focused on, catching up on some feeds, things like that. So far everything is pretty much looking good for him. I got him to 262, I believe, skill points, and it's been great. You know, I don't have any complaints about that. I mean, I and it was kind of good starting over. I mean, with my other tunes, being in this league, I mean, I had a lot of tunes in this league, and Elseworlds DC, and the thing is, like, most of the time with my other tunes, like Batman Returns Keaton and so on and so forth, like, I always had started from scratch, not until, like, there was this part in it where you could at least do a shortcut and stuff. With CTC Water Blue, I did the same thing. Um, and what happened is that I I kind of had to do like that whole skipping method, where uh, where you skip CRs, combat ratings, and the thing is, like, I, you know, I knew exactly what I had to do, so about the importance of skill points and all that stuff. I'm not really that kind of person to do it, but in some cases, like, I know exactly what I have to do. I know how to play this game, and um, anything I do, like, especially when there's new content out and all that, I always try figuring out the mechanics of it and everything like that. So, I mean, I think, like, when it came to my brother's tune, his main tune, starting kind of like starting over, helping him out and whatever. It's been great. It's been great. The thing for CTC Firebird is I don't really have anything much to worry about. He's in good hands. But um, I'm gonna have to also work up on getting you know the new stuff. The stuff that came out uh, yesterday. Because at this time it's 3:10 a.m. Eastern time, so it came out yesterday, And I mean, I know like a lot of people was were waiting for it to think, because you have to do the update, and and then it was still it was still down for maintenance for at least about 8 hours. So sometime between like 2 to 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 2 to 3 o'clock p.m. That's the afternoon. That I had to wait. Like I think it came back up, but I think like the the EU, the European servers were down. Um, I and it should be up by it really should be up by now. So I don't know what time it came back up, but you know. Anyways, yeah, I was I was working on some old content. I mean, like for CTC Water Blue, and I got him, so in the inventory, right, where you see, artifacts and stuff. I got up to the 200 range. Well, for the feats. Uh, General artifacts. Yeah, so for water blue, I got these, you know, and okay, so where this one, where you collect 100, right? You gotta collect 200. Where this is, I got the feat for this too, for CTC water blue. You gotta go for rank 20, and when you get that, you go to rank 40, and so on, So I've seen people asking for, like, wanted to do like catalyst, run some old content with catalyst, and doing these things to whatever, but the thing is, yeah, I have really seen all this stuff, like, in the LFG channel. This is what these guys are talking about. These, this is what's going on. I mean, for me, it's like I'd rather get all my dailies done first. Like, I would go over here, do like this content right here, the Amazon Fury 3, right? Finish that out, and then, go on all the way to do some Age of Justice content right here, and then come right here, you know, and do that, with the gang war, and finish up the age of the SJWC, ROTB, the those alerts, saving justice, war crimes, and Rise of the Bat, and then I also do the latest duos, and which is the Riddler, which is Team Riddler and Team Joker, and I'm also like, I mean, I don't know, I don't really feel overwhelmed, to be honest. I feel pretty good, with doing things on two characters, like two tunes, two accounts, to maybe whatever, but I feel pretty good. I'm good with that, and I have the patience, I have all that stuff. I think so far, I do have I feel like I do have a lot to look back on, and that's the most rewarding thing coming to this game. You know, uh, the so anyways, like um, so you have things like with this artifacts thing. I don't know, man. I think this thing should happen a long time ago. I mean, back when we had those like artifacts from of the past. I always thought about something like we should have gotten something, you know, when doing that mission and stuff like around that part of it, around that content. I always thought about it, but I don't know. For some reason, it it's kind of I don't know how to say it. I don't know. It's promising. It's not. It's a good time. It's not a good time. I'm in the middle of that. In media res. I'm in the middle with that, and you know, um, yeah. I mean, so far everybody's been running this new thing. Running like some old missions, and getting there, but which is I think it's pretty good. Um, but for me, I feel like I feel that if there's anything, they should do something like this for like PvPing. You know, uh, to be honest, the 8v8 stuff, you know, that has that's pretty it's pretty dead. Nobody ever runs it anymore, and even like for my tune, my brother's tune, basically, he even with that, like I'm trying to finish it up. I want to finish those 8v8s, and it's really hard. It really, really is hard finding groups, doing all that stuff. Um, and I mean, for Firebird, I've been getting these things. I'm already done with. I'm already done with those things. For them, but I still have to work up on the lair battles. For Firebird and like of course the R&Ds, all that's you know, the LPVEs. Um, I have to work up on those and everything, and I mean, these guys, at Daybreak, they're bringing so much stuff. I mean, I think that's like the overwhelming part where, we all have to try to work up on this and whatever and everything, and it's so hard to find people. I mean, I think like ever since that thing came out, like double the marked bills. I mean, I don't know. I'd rather have like double the currency, which you can run anything and you get double the marks of that, and so you don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to keep using replay badges. You don't have to do none of that, you know. Um, but yeah, my thing is that I think they should do something for, at least for like, PvP, doing like stuff for Watchtower and Hall of Doom and Australia and what have you. So yeah, I mean, that way it would be a lot easier because that has got to start getting back active as possible. And I think like I'm not just saying this for me, but I'm just saying it for everybody because back in the day, I remember how it was, um, I remember how that was, like you had to, run that as much as possible, but it was like, it was kind of slow at times, it had its moments, and a lot of people like to run a lot more 4v4s, and that, and like those lower ones, those are more active. um I see 5v5s here and there, uh but I don't know. I thought like those things was gonna be a lot more active and stuff, but I was kind of like disappointed that it didn't end that way. For like the PvP stuff. Especially when doing 8v8s. Um. So yeah, Daybreak, you guys gotta do something for that. You know, like I don't know. Think of something, because you have people, you have us players running some old content just to get some, artifacts, catalysts, what have you. And, my thing is that, you guys gotta like get there. You guys gotta like kind of like bring that back, like the whole, um, so that could get back active, you know? And, so that's what it is for that. Um, but yeah, yeah, for CTC anyway. So for CTC Water Blue, is that he has some like some feats to run and everything. Some feats to get. It's not really, it's not much to worry about. It's like something for SJ, and the next thing you know, you're running that, and then like I need like that final boss, whatever, with not, without hitting the like the robots, or something, just killing the boss. That one. I need, something like you know the the what is it, the one of the relics and stuff. I need to run that stuff. Um, things like that. Um, I rather, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know if people are willing to help me out with that. I mean, I think like I also need to do that enhancement one, like the the final boss, and I need to get the 20 dregs thing, that's behind those cages. I need to get those done. So yeah, I have some old missions to run. Trying to like finish up DWF, Dark Side's War Factory. Trying to finish that up with the Omega feed, and the Trail Not Taken, and Grounded for Life. Trying to get all that stuff done, as much as I possibly could. But I mean, even when I shouted out or something, like not many people are calling out for it, or they're not sending a tell or anything like that. They're not doing none of that, and that's just setting me back a little bit. Um, I mean, slowly but surely I'll get there. For Water Blue, and that's just about it. Uh, so yeah, I am making some progress here and there and everything, and that's just the way how it is. You know. Um. Um. Hmm. But yeah, I'm gonna have to work up on Firebird for a bit. With getting those artifacts and catalysts and whatever. You know, whatever it is. Just doing those missions, because I remember, earlier was, well, yesterday basically was, that, people were shouting out for League of Assassins, and, They were shouting out for the League of Assassins. They were also shouting out for, um, you know, the sub construct, the sub, the that sub avatar that is being South Gotham, and they uh, they were also shouting out for other things. I can't remember what, but whatever it is will be in the LFG or even the shout, you know, in the shout channel. So yeah, that it's a lot to do. It is, but you can easily get them. It's pretty easy. Uh, you know, for water blue, get I had to get this thing to I had to come try to complete the feat, and that was with the warped feat, which is the one to get like 100, with like playing an iconic anomaly. So like like the Bizarro mission or even the Huntress mission. Um, had to run that, so um, I was just queued up for that, for both of them to see what pops for me, and I just do it, and I was also like, watching some videos and everything, at the same time, and on my cell phone, and all of a sudden I got up to the 200 mark, you know, and I have to work up on the 300 mark for water blue, for the artifacts already. And yeah, I mean, it did take up quite a few hours, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie about that. But if you guys have to do anything like that, just make sure you run something that you do real quick, that you could just kind of like, you know, just kind of like one shot everything and whatever. It will be that easy, you know. Um, it is pretty interesting what I find, and I'm gonna do some catalyst. I haven't done any catalyst missions yet, so I don't know. But one thing's for sure is that I am definitely going to try to like get you know get back on both of these tunes. Um, and that's about it. So, anyways, I mean, why I was working on just one tune, mainly, that other than going to two, like being on both tunes, um, is because I'm in my hometown, in New York and stuff, and I should be going back, soon because I had to get this checkup done, and that was about like a week or two ago, and yeah, so far, everything is working, like my insides. I mean, from my surgery and everything, with the lung cancer, or so that I had to make sure like everything is good, with me, and I had to do like a chest X-ray and or some kind of scan or something, and that was it. So my surgeon, the doctors, that did my surgery and whatever, that has the information and everything. They could talk, they would say, what's going on, and so basically, they're gonna have me come back over here for like, so 6 months, another 6 months, and then after that, they're gonna do like the whole yearly routine, I think like once a year, and yeah, I should be good. So they say that, like they were saying, like my diaphragm is, is kind of like moving to that spot, like kind of like closing it in or something, and it is a lot, So I do feel pretty good about that, to be honest. I really do. Um, and I'm feeling pretty good, here and there. I still have that pull, like that pull feeling, on me, right in that area where I got the, where I had the robotic surgery. I still feel that pull over there. And I mean, that really gets, uncomfortable and everything, And it's like, you know, I don't know. I mean, the coughing, that's why, like, I'm still coughing because my body is still trying to get used to it and stuff. So it will take, it still is taking some time, but my coughing, it, I don't cough a lot, to be honest. I don't really do, I don't really cough a lot, and I, I'm just, okay right now. um, but yeah, tomorrow I'm going to go see the Thor movie, Thor Ragnarok. And I can't wait to see that. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go see that with my brother and everything, and you know, um, so yeah, I mean that's just about it and everything like that, Um, I mean, I think like so far right now in DCUO, DC Universe Online, I think like these guys could do a lot more with it, than just some artifacts. I mean, I think yeah, it's fine, going with getting this other thing done, like just to do some, just to do some of that, catalyst stuff and artifacts, whatever, things to boost it up, um, whatever you need to do, I think that's fine, um, but yeah, these guys has got to like do a lot more, and that's how I feel about right now, you know, we're dealing with this because I mean, I do have some ideas and everything, but yeah, that's just the thing, man. I mean, I don't really have much. I don't really have anything much to say right now, but that's basically like my current thoughts and what I've been doing, what I've been up to, you know, dealing with that, and I mean, hmm, it's been good, it's okay, but something else was on my mind, like I saw like a video, you know, about someone talking about something with the people in here, and they 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 have excuse me, with the people in this game, sometimes I don't know, they talk about some craziness and stuff like that, especially in Metropolis. So I don't know, I don't know why they do that. Um, there were I think it was OG Mentor that had mentioned this, like a couple videos ago. You know, he he was mentioning something that he might quit, DCUO. He might quit playing DCUO, and I feel like, I kind of see, where his points are and everything. Um, but I don't know. I mean, you talk about like how things were, back in the day, and everything, but I don't know. You can't really control the community that way. You can't really control people that way, you know. And that's just it. I mean, like how people behave, how people are. I mean, that's just how it is. I wanted to get that out of my chest for some time, but I was really, really busy with other things and working on my brother's tune, CTC Water Blue, and then all this thing, things with dealing with my health, um, so on and so forth. Um, I, you know, somebody posted something, someone who I know. He's a Hindu priest and stuff. He posted, he's a pundit, so he posted something regarding some other way of getting cancer. And sometimes ever since I had this thing, I've been trying to do as much study as possible, so as much research as possible over this thing, and I look things up a lot. Um, and I don't know, I think that I mean, I don't know, this video that he shared has something to do with your car. And the thing is, he this video was saying something about the AC unit and how it starts blowing, and with what the AC does, in the car. Yeah, it for some reason there's something about it, like in the beginning of things, where you're in the car, you're driving, you have the AC, you have the windows up, AC on, and then it's like it's right there, so it just blows right on you, and like it kind of like gets into your system. And for some reason, I think there's a good chance that that had happened to me because around the time when I was diagnosed with cancer, they did not say. I mean, I didn't know what to think because my insides were showing something cancerous and everything and whatever, and I'm living with half a lung, and I mean, so that kind of got me thinking. It got me interested, and I think that's what happened because when doctors asked me if I was in, doctors asked me if I was like anywhere with anyone who was secondhand smoking and doing all that other stuff. I told them no because I never was. I mean, all this time I was perfectly fine. I mean, I remember just driving and all that stuff. I was just doing that, but that one video just got me thinking that that's a possible. That thing is a possibility that had got to me. That why I got the cancer, why I got lung cancer. because I was inhaling that bad stuff, and it's kind of like better if you like. I think it was in the video. I believe they were saying something that you had to crack it open, crack open the windows, and for it to air out and all that, and you know, so there's a possibility, so it's just one thing. Um, but I think like even when it comes to with cancer and stuff like that, I feel like there's something more to it than anything. I mean, I'm not even sure if it could be hereditary. That sort of thing. With family. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there are people that saying it's not. But you never know because sometimes the information could be wrong, despite what it is, despite who has it, things like that. So yeah, I I don't really know. Um, and then well, in one of the latest news that the you know this was like 2 days ago. Um, someone someone killed like 8 people in Manhattan. I can't believe that. It was like 8 people died over there. So I am praying and everything. So praying for them. I don't even know why people would just what drives a person just to do that you know to kill people like that and whatever. I don't know why. But, hmm. But yeah, I mean, there's not much I could do or say about that. Not much. I'm just right now, I'm about done, with sharing my thoughts about what's on my mind and getting things off my chest, what have you. So yeah, um, I yeah, I'm just basically done right now. And anyways, I'll I'll get back to it. I'll get back on this game, playing both tunes if anything, know, and that's just it. But I will have like me playing on CTC Water Blue and everything. My league leader, he says something like really funny. He's saying that Water Blue is basically a blue version of Firebird. Um, so yeah, that is funny. That is real funny. I mean, it kind of looks like he wears like the same clothes or whatever, but as far as my characters are concerned, this is the way how they look right now in this game. This is the closest look I can bring it to. You know. So yeah, I mean, but yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna get going right now. Get some rest, okay, and everything. So I'll see you later. Wait, good night or good morning.